Can you eat healthy and love the food you eat? Of course you can. Today we're going to take some beautiful lemons and some boneless chicken breasts and make a weeknight dinner that you and your family will love. It's easy chicken piccata, and the side benefit of this is that it's healthy chicken piccata. You are going to want to make this every single week. To make this dinner, you'll want to thaw some boneless chicken breasts, gather up some chicken stock, olive oil, some capers, your lemons, a little butter, some garlic, and some salt and pepper, and you're good to go. My first tip for eating more healthfully during your weeknight dinners begins at the grocery store with the ingredients that you select, and that is to choose simple ingredients. Choose the ingredients that are the freshest, non-processed, don't have a lot of added ingredients that you can't pronounce. Make sure that you actually know what it is that you're putting into your body. Squeeze 1 lemon so that you get 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. Measure out 1/2 cup of a good tasting chicken broth or chicken stock, because it's very important in this dish. And pat your chicken breasts dry so that you can sprinkle and season them with salt and pepper. I like to use both a coarse salt and a coarse pepper on my chicken cutlets because we're not putting a breading on the cutlets. Add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil to your pan over medium-high heat. Once your oil and butter come to temperature, place your chicken breasts into the pan. Can you hear the sizzle? You want to have a sizzle because you want to get some color on your chicken breasts. Now, one of the things that I didn't do with these is pound them out really thin. That's because I want to have them get some color on them without cooking all the way through and getting dry. So I left these pieces of chicken a little bit thicker than I might have done with a traditional chicken piccata. Check your chicken periodically until you get to a point where you see some nice browning, some nice color, and then it's time to flip. I'm going to remove them from the pan to a clean plate to rest while I make the chicken piccata sauce. Turn your heat down to medium-low. There are lots of nice bits in this pan. With the bits that are in the pan, I'm adding the chicken stock to the pan and the lemon juice. I'm going to bring the lemon juice and the chicken stock to a boil, then turn it to simmer. And let it simmer to reduce. Once your chicken stock comes to a simmer, crush a clove of garlic into the sauce. Stir that in well. And add your capers, a couple tablespoons of capers, and let that continue to cook and reduce. You want to taste your sauce. Lemony, garlicky, a little briny with the capers. That's just the way I like it. I'm going to add my chicken breasts back into the sauce to finish cooking. Including all the yummy juices. I'm going to cover and let this cook for about another 5 to 10 minutes till the chicken comes to temperature. When your chicken breasts reach 165 degrees on your meat thermometer, give your sauce a little taste. And you can add a tablespoon or 2 of butter at the very end to make your sauce a little bit silkier. Serve your chicken piccata with spoonfuls of the piccata sauce drizzled over the chicken breasts. Side of roasted asparagus topped with melted Parmesan cheese. Some lemon wedges. and a sprinkling of parsley. I've had a number of my followers ask for more healthy, easy, quick weeknight recipes, and today's chicken piccata recipe does that. As I was editing this chicken piccata recipe video for you, it came to mind that there were some questions that I had that I thought you might also have. And one of the first things I want to address is the definition of healthy and what that means for me. Now, for me, the definition of healthy is all about my personal needs as it relates to health. And I hope that's the same for you. But in the case of a healthy recipe for me, it is going to be a recipe that is made with non-processed ingredients, that is focused on reducing carbs, carbohydrates, and sugars, and will allow me to adhere to a lower carb and keto-friendly diet. Now, if that's not what is right for you, then my recipes won't speak to you from a healthy perspective. But at least I want you to have that as the framework for what healthy means to me. One of the ways that we can modify our favorite recipes, no matter what they are, is to think about the elements of that recipe that we actually love. What are the things we can afford to alter in the recipe to allow us to have the same flavors, textures, satisfaction that we get from the food without the things that are determined to be unhealthy for us. So in the case of chicken piccata, I love the lemon, I love the capers, the flavor from the chicken broth. All of those are easy to include in the recipe, but we can easily eliminate the carb elements by leaving out any of the flour-based elements of the recipe, as well as not serving it with rice or with pasta. Instead, supplementing with healthy vegetables. That's what I love about it. Because we eliminate the egg and the flour for dredging in this healthy chicken piccata recipe, we are going to eliminate one of the elements that creates flavor. And that is that the crust that it comes onto the chicken breasts in the traditional chicken piccata recipe will absorb some of the flavors from the sauce as it simmers in the sauce. So you are going to want to let your chicken simmer in the sauce for a little bit longer than you would do with a traditional chicken piccata recipe. So for that reason, I recommend that you leave your chicken breasts a little thicker, about between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch thick, so that your chicken will not dry out and be tough when you're ready to serve it. Can you make chicken piccata ahead of time? I suppose you could and then reheat it gently, but it's so quick to make, I don't think you need to do that. One of the things you can do is get your chicken breasts ready, salted and peppered, make sure all the ingredients are ready to go, and then it's just a matter of minutes in the pan, between 15 and 30 minutes, depending on how thin your chicken breasts are cut, in order to plate your chicken piccata. It really is a healthy weeknight dinner. So I hope you'll try it and enjoy it. Healthy chicken piccata.